Welcome back, you guys. This is Horror While Black. I'm Amani.
I'm Anthony.
And you guys know if there is horror in it,
We with it.
tell them what we're talking about today.
Today, all right, we are talking about which film is better, okay? Evil Dead or Alien Romulus, okay? It's a method to the madness, ladies and gentlemen, okay? Fede Alvarez did the Evil Dead remake, right, 2013, and he just did Alien Romulus. Both explosive series, okay, in the horror genre, okay, big time things. All right, he already 2 for 2. All right, so what we are going to do today is break down and see which film is better. I mean, really we'll leave it up to y'all, but we just gonna just pick out key points, and then maybe you guys can go in the comments, or maybe we may think, we might come up with something in the end, but that's what we doing today. So Evil Dead 2013, man, this is his first bat at a series. What did you think of Evil Dead? Just give me your quick thoughts on Evil Dead.
Yo, that one's hard for me to watch.
Very hard.
That one is hard for me to watch. I was telling him that one, that one goes past my cap. I cannot, when my gore meter, that one goes past it. So that one was really hard to watch. Not a favorite. It's a little too gruesome for me. There's too much gore and nasty going on.
If you remember, okay, in 2013, the poster was pretty much saying scariest movie ever. All right, it was something like the scariest movie of the year, something like that in that vein. So it was kind of like hyping it up. All right. Evil Dead. First off, Evil Dead 1, all right, because I know it's like a series of Evil Deads, but Evil Dead 1 was kind of campy. It had its moments, okay. 2013 Evil Dead was serious, no holds bar, gore factor through the roof, all right. Sometimes you had to turn away, all right. You had to turn away because it's very gruesome. I mean, I totally understand.
It is an assault on your senses.
It is. So I totally agree. But I mean, is it sick that I watched it like 10 times already? Yes, but you know what? I cannot lie. It's a good movie. It's a great movie. All right, turn the violence up to 11. My gosh. All right. So that's just case in point with Evil Dead. What's going on in Alien Romulus?
So here's the difference I noticed. There is some gore-ish in Alien. Like, there's definitely some, like, ooh, gross parts. But that movie I could watch. Like, I might have, like, turned, like, a little bit. But Evil Dead is different in where, like, I cannot watch, like, a whole scene. And, like, but Alien Romulus, I was still able to watch. It seemed like the focus was not on gore. Evil Dead, the focus to me is on gore.
Well, I also would say the focus for Alien Romulus was also the fact that just taking it back to basics. We coming off of Prometheus and Alien Covenant, so it's a gap. It's a gap, and again, Fede. I'm a Fetty Wap. I was about to call him Fetty Wap, man. He took us back to the essence, all right, in some way, in form.
Yeah.
The Xenomorphs was there.
Yeah.
Really, the face huggers was the most violent I have seen throughout the series.
Movie.
This was pretty much their movie, all right, because they was the highlight of the film, at least for me. Okay, story-wise, which movie you lean towards more? Okay, Evil Dead is a remake, of the main characters is a brother and sister, where the sister, she's on drugs. So they want to sober up in the cabin. The spiel, somebody find the book, read it, all hell break loose.
The whole movie
all right?
is his fault.
But it's a gruesome sight, okay? Alien Romulus, pretty much the story goes that some friends get a distress signal. They don't get a distress signal. They find out that a ship on the space is floating around.
Decommissioned, and they want the parts.
They want the parts to go
to
another planet to escape where they at, because it's just ridiculous. But what they find on the ship, oh man, okay, stories you can tell on there. All right, so what story are you gravitating to? Evil Dead's or Alien Romulus for starters?
I mean, you're gonna see a trend with me because I'm going with Romulus, because it's not even just the thrills and the jump scares of the movie. It's like it actually has like a plot to me that's like you can get invested in. You're kind of rooting for these people. You want them to get what they want, but you already know the series, so you know that they gotta come out swinging. I feel like Evil Dead is just a lot of chaos. There is a storyline, but it's just like chaos, and I feel like that's the point of that movie, is to make you uncomfortable, chaos, and like barely making it. And like Alien kind of too, but I don't know, I just prefer Alien's version of chaos.
Well, why you prefer Alien? I'm going to go with Evil Dead because of the simple fact that we thought, or some fans thought, Alien Romulus was going to take it back to essence with Alien. All right, we didn't get that. We got a greatest hits. All right, a little bit of there, a little bit over there. Okay, all over the place. Evil Dead was a straight up remake. All right, this was something brand new, same story, but a little bit of twist. And my gosh, twist the hell out of my arm. Wink, wink. If you watch the movie, but yes, it is so much. And then on top of that, we're going into this, it's on the poster, like scariest movie ever. And it's like, man, that's catching my interest, because I spoke on it before in previous videos, but man, The Conjuring, when it first came out, people was having heart attacks watching this movie. So I'm like, damn, it's really that scary? So I gotta see it. And you know, that's what drew me in to Evil Dead. So I'm gonna have to say, story-wise, I'm gonna go with Evil Dead. All right, so that's just it. Now, what scene from, let's go with Evil Dead, what scene stands out to you, like in Evil Dead? Is a certain scene that sticks out, or just is in your mind? Because I got one in particular.
Well, I can think of two, but for the sake of this, the one that stands out when I think of what would I do is when the girl got the nail gun.
Oh, man.
And
oh, my gosh.
She's already like zombie, and you're just like with the nail gun. What are you supposed to do? How do you avoid a nail gun?
And then she get the crowbar and start hitting me. Oh, my gosh. Broke my man's fingers. Ooh.
Split his hand.
Split his hand. All right.
So that sticks with me because I'm like, what the heck would I do? How do I get away from that chaos? And then the other one was the girl who has to pull her arm out from under the Jeep.
Oh my gosh, that's the sister, but
that just may be where it ends for me, because I'm not pulling my arm out like that.
I'm talking about they even showed it
the
getting
tendons, the muscles gone. So,
yes,
and it's slow.
Ooh,
it wasn't even like
it was like a quick one. She's like, and it's like ripping.
And then of course they got the.
Oh man, yeah. That's crazy. You know what? That scene gets me. In my throat. That's the arm under the Jeep getting me, or the hand under the Jeep getting me, and the what else? When she was in the bathroom and she sawed off her face, and then the dude slipped on her skin. Woo! And then she just, oh man, yeah, this movie's rough.
It's just so violent.
It's so violent, but it's like, bro, you can't turn away. It's like,
I can't.
And then on top of that, the sound effects is like, and you're like, yeah.
Even if you're not watching, you hear it. That's why I'm like, the senses. Yeah. It just, you hear it still, even if you're not looking, and you just,
Yeah. Oh my gosh, yeah. So that's it. Memorable scenes for Alien Romulus. For me, I'm going to say highlight of the film is definitely the face hugger scene, when they gotta walk through and the room temperature is the same, and they gotta be quiet, or goosebumps will pop up, or they'll sense their fear. All right, let me tell you something. Every alien has an iconic scene. To me, that is a iconic scene. Of course, with the acid scene is also up there too. That was fire. That was fire. Okay, because I just would have died, because acid would have been everywhere. I'd be like, oh, what am I gonna do? So that's just it for me. That's it. All right, but those two scenes, phenomenal. I mean, that whole setup, all right?
Yeah.
The gravity with the acid, them going up the what's that? The elevator shaft, and that gravity cut off, and she falling. Xenomorph catch her. Woo! There's just so much going on in that movie. Yeah. Listen, man, it's a lot going on. What's some moments for you?
I mean, I will definitely say the walkthrough with the face huggers, because again, I put myself in their shoes and I was like, oh my goodness, like the fact that you have to keep telling yourself, you got to coach yourself, stay calm, just get through, don't change nothing. And then you hear them, you see them, they're moving around. So that scene, but also still focusing on the face huggers, it really got me when Andy was like rebooting in that first room where it was warming up and they were thawing out, and they were just bloop, bloop, dropping into the water, and he couldn't warn them, he couldn't tell them nothing, and they were just dropping into the water. Of course, the iconic trailer scene is something in the water, and then Andy grabs it, flings it off.
Yeah. Andy definitely.
Andy came in the clutch, but it was just they were just so creepy. You could hear them. They're just like mindless. They just need to get the job done, and they just don't care, and that's terrifying.
Again, like I said, the facehuggers was a really big part of this movie, because remember when they was running, and he threw the flare on the side. They went to the flare for like a second and said, "Nah, that ain't like, you." Nope. It was like, "Nope." And I was like, "Man, they are so smart and violent." It was crazy. So
I don't think it's that they're smart. I just think they know, like, that's not where I can drop this egg.
Right. They were like, nope.
We gotta drop this egg.
We gotta drop this egg. So that's like, no, that ain't it. Yeah, look at you. Okay, I'm gonna say definitely what gave the better ending, Evil Dead, for me, because I do not like the ending of Alien Romulus, okay? It was trash. Even though that last jump scare got me. If you know the jump scare, that got me. But the ending was trash. I mean, it gave me Alien Resurrection vibes, and that was not it for me. So that was that. A lot of people like that. I mean, you know, the whole battle between the Xenomorph baby hybrid and everything and Redding. And I was like, nah, this ain't it. This ain't it for me, at least. So whatever. So I'm going to go with Evil Dead, because Evil Dead was just chaos. Like I said, the sister was trying to fight off the last demon, and the blood is just raining down on everybody. It was crazy. Like we said, she had to rip her arm off. Gosh, or her hand, just the good stuff. All right, it was like, she had to rip it off. So I would just say that was ridiculous. Oh my gosh, the brother, okay? Her brother took a damn pliers to the neck. Gosh, some pliers, a knife. All right, I seen it time and time. Pliers to the neck. Woo! And they were some thick boys. So yeah, it was nasty. No, so I'm gonna go with Evil Dead's ending. Who ending would you prefer?
Because I just feel like really loyal to Alien. I don't think like Evil Dead is just too much. It's just too much for me.
But isn't that a good
Everything that you had to go through to get there, it's like kind of a happy ending because she gets to walk away, but like everybody died, and you still have a like elbow exposed open, and no, I couldn't. I
see a pattern here. I see a pattern. So
it doesn't mean that Alien's ending was phenomenal. It's just between the two, I'd rather take Alien's ending.
Of course. Cop out. So that leads to the question, all right? Overall, just, you know, Fede Alvarez at his finest, which one is the better film? What would you think? Evil Dead or Aliens? Because I think, honestly, you know, in order to get to Aliens, you got to go through Evil Dead. Now, Evil Dead was trash. He wouldn't be doing Aliens. Or the simple fact is that people was like, oh man, Fede Alvarez is doing Aliens, okay? Everybody's excited. Nobody complained. Because, you know, some directors, they get a movie, they be like, ugh, why are you doing that? Everybody was like, oh shit, it's about to be fired. So that's why I say you got to get Evil Dead first before you get to Aliens. So I'm going to go with Evil Dead. Clearly, I know what you're going to get, but, you know, let the lady speak.
Yeah, you guys know what I'm about to say. I will go with Alien. Just for the fact of, like, the areas that really highlighted for me, like, the face hugger scenes. Like, I feel like they really shined in this movie. So like their scenes were really they just really had me, like, my adrenaline was pumping. I was stressed out in fun ways watching that. So I gotta give it to Alien.
And of course, like I said, everybody did their thing. You got so many callbacks. I like the way they made Rain, like the Rhea of this. I said Ripley. I meant it's Ripley. I'm thinking about the wrestler. Anyway, Ripley of this one, and then of course Andy. Andy, of course, did his thing. All right, you saw the childlike in the beginning. Then he was just a savage when we get to get the job done. It was ridiculous. So you got all that chaos, everybody thing going on. Fatty Alvarez came out and said that the cousins, they were involved. That's when she was pregnant. Yeah. Something in the water. That's her baby daddy. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. See, it was none of that in Evil Dead. So
but
kudos.
There was plenty in Evil Dead. Okay.
Hey, now, what do you guys think? Write in the comments and let us know what you think was better.
Are you Team Amani or are you Team Anthony? Are you Team Alien or Team Evil Dead? We are curious to know. Do you even like Fatty Alvarez as a director?
Oh, man. I don't see why not. And then, it's funny enough, man, to show that you watch all this through, because I read the comments, blah, 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 yap season, your mother. Anyway, let us know, okay? If you're with me, put a book in the comments, all right? Because, you know, that's you know, a book in there. I know you with me. And then, put an alien for her. Yeah, alien for Money. So, with that being said, let us know what you think. We in the comment section with it. And that's nothing more to it. So we up out of here. We'll be reading the comments.
Yes, we will.
See you on the next one. We out.